The Cataract of Lodure by Robert Southey. How does the water come down at Lodure? My little boy asked me. Thus one on time, and moreover he tasked me to tell him in rhyme. And known at the world there first one daughter, and came another, to second and third, the request of their brother to hear how the water came down at Lodure, with its rush and its roar, as many as a time they had seen it before. So I told them in rhyme, for rhymes I had store, and tea was on my vacation for recreation. So I should sing, because I was laureate to them and the king. From its sources, which well in the tarn on the fell, from its fountains in the mountain and rills and gills, through moors and through brake, it runs and equips for a while till it sleep its own little lake, and thence a departing, awakening and starting, it runs through the reeds, and away it proceed through the meadow and glade. In sun, in shade, and through the wood shelter, among crags the flowery, hilter skicker, hurry and curry, it comes sparkling, there it lights a darkling. Now smoking and frothing, its tumult and work in, till it rapid race, on which is bent, it reaches the place of its step descent. The cataract strong then plunges along, striking and raging, as if a war raging. Its caverns and rock among, rising and leaping, sinking and creeping, swilling and sweeping, showering and springing, flying and flinging, withering and ringing, eddying and whisking, spouting and freezing, turning and twisting, round and round with endless rebound, smiting, fighting, aside to the light, confounding, astounding, dizzying and deafening the ear with its sound, collecting, projecting, receding and speeding, shocking, rocking and darting and parting, the treading and spreading and wheezing and hissing and dripping and keeping and hitting and spitting and shining and twinning and toddling and batting, shaking and quaking, powdering and roaring, waving and raving and tossing and cruising, flowing and going, running and stunning, flowing and rumming, timing and spinning, rapping and hoping, working and jerking, goggling and struggling, and heavening and cleavening, and moaning and groaning, and glittering and fettering, the gathering and feathering, whitening, the brightening, the quivering, the shivering, the hurrying, the scurrying, and thunder and floundering, dividing and gliding and sliding, and falling and brawling and sprawling and driving and riving and striving, the strimpling and twinkling and wrinkling, and sounding and bounding and rounding, the bubbling and trouble and doubling, the grumbling, the rumbling and tumbling, the cattering, the battering and stuttering, repeating and beating and meeting and shitting, delaying and straining and playing and spraying, advancing and prancing and dancing, crawling, toiling and boiling, and gleaming and steaming and streaming and beaming, and rushing and flashing and brushing and gassing, and flopping and rapping and clapping and slapping, and coil and whirling and twirling and twirling, the jumping and flapping and bumping, jumping and dancing, flashing and flashing and clashing, and so never ending, but always descending. Sound and motion forever and ever are blending, all at once and all with a mighty uproar, and this the water comes down at Lodure. The Cataract of Lodure